So this is pretty much the look, mamas. As you can tell, I'm gonna just walk you through everything that I did. There was a lot of hiccups in this video. I was supposed to wear falsies, but I didn't work out, so I just used, you know, mascara, primer, and mascara. But anyways, hey Mama Strong, my name is Michou, and I help moms find ways to enjoy self-care and be the best versions of themselves. Today's video is all about summer 2021 wedding makeup using all drugstore products. So let's get started. I'm gonna make sure that my face is well moisturized because we're gonna layer a lot of products. First, I'm gonna use my Lar Roche Posay double repair face moisturizer. And because I have dry skin, I'm gonna use a hydrating primer. I'm using this e.l.f. hydrating face primer. So I'm just gonna actually just put it on the outside of my face first, then bringing it in. This is very hydrating primer, so you need to have dry skin for this because it comes off very oily at first. So if you have oily skin, it's not gonna be great. And next I'm gonna use this pore balm by e.l.f. also. I'm just gonna put this on my T-zone. So for this for the primers, you want to just take any primer that's supposed to be good for your skin type, obviously. While we wait for the primer to dry, I'm just gonna do my brows quickly. You guys have seen me do my brows many times, so I don't need to explain this anymore, but let's do our brows. Of course, I'm using my Maybelline brow super slim brow pencil. While we're still on the brows, I'm just gonna go ahead and highlight my brows real quick. So I'm gonna use a concealer to clean under my brows, and I'm going to be using a flat brush. This one is from Makeup Revolution. This concealer is a little bit light because I need a light concealer for my eyes today. As always, just line underneath the brows first, then fill it up after. Okay, so we're gonna just leave the brows alone for now, and we're gonna move on to the face. Back to the face, I'm going to use this LA Girl Pro Coverage High Definition Low Wear Illuminating Foundation. So obviously, if you have oily skin, then go ahead and use a matte foundation. And then I'm going to be using this sponge right here. This is part of a trio from e.l.f. Obviously, it's already wet, so I'm just gonna go ahead and grab the foundation and put it on the back of my hand, and then spread it all over my face first, then blend it after. Maybelline True Match Foundation is really great also for special occasion. Make sure you blend well around your brows where you put the concealer, especially if you used a little bit of a lighter concealer. And before we move on to anything else, I'm going to be using a powder first. So I'm just gonna use powder on my T-zone because that's my I have combination skin, so that's where I have the most oil coming out. I'm using this e.l.f. Powder. They have a new packaging right now. This is a very old packaging, but I can't seem to finish it. Anyway, so I just put all the powder in here, and I'm just gonna grab it with the sponge, tapping off all the excess, and then I'm just gonna put it on my T-zone. If you have oily skin, just apply the translucent powder all over your face with the wet beauty sponge. And if you have dry skin, just skip this step. And I'm not gonna bake because it's not good for my skin, so I'm just gonna tap it with a brush, clean brush. So whatever excess that's left there is gonna come off. And of course, the reason why I put powder over here also is because that's where well, I have the most oil coming out throughout the day, and because it's a summer makeup, you want to make sure that everything is gonna stay put. Okay, so once we're done with the powder, we're gonna move on back to cream. I'm going to finish up my face. I'm gonna start up with a cream bronzer. This is an oldie but goodie. I'm using the Maybelline Master Contour. I don't have any other cream bronzer right now. And I didn't want to use the same one I used last week, so I'm just gonna use this. Using the same sponge, I'm just gonna get the product and then apply it. So like always, we start from your hairline, and that's where you're gonna make the darkest. Then you go down. But put it on the actual bone so that when you blend and it goes a little bit lower, it won't be a problem. And bring the leftover on the sponge up into your hairline. This is gonna blend out any harsh foundation line, and also it's going to give you that bronze effect. This is gonna, obviously this is gonna be the base of your bronzer afterwards. Okay, you see that? From my hairline going down, doing a pouncing or pushing motion, dotting motion, going down. Sculpting, bronzing, and sculpting your face is pretty much just giving the illusion of a slimmer face. Adding more products, and I'm gonna go down to the jawline. Make sure it's not harsh line, bring it down. And then take whatever's left on your sponge and put it on your nose. Alright. The concealer I'm using is actually the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Correct, shade Banana. So concealer placement. This concealer is gonna be used to brighten underneath the eyes and the T-zone. So I'm gonna put it right here and right here, here and here, going down my nose. I'm just dotting it because it's too strong. Then I'm just gonna make 4 dots on my forehead, above my lips, and on my chin. So I'm not gonna use the surface with the bronzer. Obviously I'm using a clean surface to blend it. Always make sure to look up whenever you blend anything under your eyes. This is to prevent any creasing. Always bring the concealer down to elongate your face. Make sure if you use this this exact concealer, make sure to be fast. Be fast with the blending, because, or just blend as you go, because it dries fast and it gets super hard to blend. I'm like pushing so hard on my face. Now that we have all the cream on our face, we're gonna go back to bronzer. So I'm gonna use this contour palette by BH Cosmetics. Yes, you guys, it's still the same thing. I don't have anything else for now, so this has to do. But I'm just gonna use this shade right here. If you have my skin tone, this is what I'm gonna be using. Elf tapered brush, as always. I'm gonna use this to apply it. Never forget to tap off the excess. As you can see, I'm doing a tapping motion. This is so I don't put any harsh line on my face. just like how I use the sponge. Then I'm just gonna go up into the hairline. Okay, now we're gonna set the concealer. I'm gonna be using the same brush as last time, Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH07. I'm also going to use the yellow on my palette. Just gonna go back to the previous brush just to blend the two. Let's not forget to contour our nose. So depending if you want your nose to look a little bit longer, you start from the bridge of your nose all the way from your eyes actually. If you want it to be a little bit shorter, you just start from, you know, the bridge of your nose. Alright, we're almost done with the face for now. I'm gonna be using my e.l.f. blush palette. This is the dark palette, and I'm gonna use this one with the shimmer today. I'm gonna use a stippling brush because this palette is very strong. I'm gonna use the AOA Studio High Definition Brush E106 USA. I'm not gonna put a highlighter yet. I'm just gonna put that at the end, but before we move on to the eyes, I'm going to set my face with this e.l.f. makeup mist and set. This is just the different packaging, but I'm using the original one. Okay, we're gonna be a little bit up close and personal because we're gonna be moving to the eyes. I'm going to use this Makeup Revolution eye primer. Yes, I already have the concealer on, but I'm just gonna use this on top of it so that make sure everything is nice and smooth. I'm just going to use a brush to blend it. Alright, so I know I said we're using a all drugstore products. I like to think that Colourpop is drugstore. At least it's affordable because it's, oh, you can buy it at Ulta, right? So it is kind of drugstore, right? If not, I have my e.l.f. also, which is very much drugstore. So either one of these will be fine. The color that I'm going to use from here, you can find this from the e.l.f. Opposite Attracts as well, but since I've been using a lot of e.l.f. products and I've been using that recently too, I wanted to change up the brand. So anyways, I'm gonna use the Give It To Me Straight by Colourpop. First, we're gonna start with the brow highlight. So I'm gonna use this color right here, which is called Matter of Fact. I'm gonna use Matter of Fact for my brow highlight. Just blends that harsh line from the concealer a little bit. So obviously if you guys like bright or shimmer brow highlights, then go ahead and do that. I don't really prefer those, so that is why I'm always using a matte brow highlight. Now that we have that, we can use a transition color to blend that a little bit. So I'm actually going to use down right, color right here, down right, and just put it right under that color that we just applied. So not on the crease, but right under the brow color. Obviously, if you have a different eye shape, then just put it into the space that you have. You just blend it back and forth like so, avoiding any harsh line. As you can see, there is no more harsh line under my brows now because I blended with the transition color. Okay, now that the look is coming along together very well, we're gonna go ahead and move on to Frank. So Frank is a little bit darker. And we're gonna use a little bit of a denser brush. I'm gonna use this angled brush from BH Cosmetics. So we're just putting it right into the crease. So I'm mainly focusing on the crease and just bringing a little bit down. Then I'm just gonna take a clean blending brush to blend the edges a little bit. I don't want this to be too harsh because this is a wedding makeup, bridal wedding makeup. So as you can see, I'm just bringing it literally down like this. I am not moving the shadow anywhere else, just on this outer corner right here, and then half my crease. And then not touching the inside, I'm just blending the outer corner of that shadow. Just removing any harsh edges. Alright, now that we have that, we're gonna move on to the inner color. We're gonna use the Up Front. It's a very bridal color. And then I'm just gonna use my finger to apply it. Look at that. So I'm pretty much just putting it all over the place that I didn't put any eyeshadow yet. Taking a clean blending brush to blend the two. So I'm just taking the Jaclyn Hill JH40 and I'm just applying Frank on my lower lash line. As you can see, I'm making these two outer color meet at the edge, at the outer corner of my eyes. Okay. And this look will be best with a brown eyeliner, but I don't really have a good drugstore brown eyeliner, so I'm gonna use black. I'm gonna use my Maybelline Tattoo Studio Gel Pencil Liner. Now that we have that, we're gonna move on to lashes. Yes guys, I'm gonna use lashes again today. I'm just gonna line my inner corner a little bit with this Wet n Wild Breakup Proof liquid eyeliner. having the most problem with this one lash. This one was so good. Anyways, I think we need to move on. The mascara I'm using today is the Sky High by Maybelline, and this is the waterproof version.
I never used to know about love. Thought I did until I knew your heart didn't really go into much when it came to opening my heart, until you found a way to knock down every wall I kept all around.
Okay, I know this is still lifting, but I'll fix it at the end, okay? So we're just gonna move on to back to the face and lips now. I already moisturized my lips with this Burt's Bee moisturizer lip balm. It's in coconut and pear. Okay, so next we're gonna just put on some nude lips. I am going to use my Ulta Beauty nude in pink chocolate.
Oh, you came, you saw, you conquered, being loved by using honor.
I'm going to use this oldie but goodie by Wet n Wild. This is the highlight powder in Precious Petal. Mine shattered, but it still works. So for highlighter, you pretty much want to place it wherever the light hits.
If I ever lose you now, I'd be losing myself too. I won't ever put you down. All my heart hopes you never do. If the world ain't
So long story short, I lost the other pair of lashes while I was waiting for it to dry. I don't know how that happened, but yeah, I was fixing my hair and I don't know where it went. So now we're just gonna go ahead and use mascara primer and just mascara. And I'm gonna use this L'Oreal Voluminous Primer mascara base.
tonight, better believe I'll be by your side. Who I used to be is now somebody new. Yeah, the best parts of me were made from loving you. The best parts of me were made from loving you.
Just making sure that I get the lashes from
Never used to care
the roots.
about me. I always put the other.
Doing a little zigzag motion to coat every lash. Alright mama, so there we have it. That's pretty much today's look. Today's summer 2021 wedding makeup. What do you guys think about this tutorial? Did you like it? Will you recreate it? It's very simple. It's very summer friendly, and it's very budget friendly because it's all drugstore and affordable makeup. Don't forget to give the video a like if you did like it. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so yet. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys in another video. Don't forget to check out the description box for all the list of the product. Bye mamas.